we're live. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nikki Smokes, joined by Jay. You guys are listening to the Smoke Show. Today is Fired Up Friday. We got a Christmas special. The Miami Dolphins versus the Green Bay Packers on Christmas Day. It does not get any better than this, and I cannot wait to watch this game. Now, the Packers are obviously a very desperate and hungry football team, just like the Miami Dolphins. So, Jay, do you consider this a must-win game for the Miami Dolphins?
Honestly, it is. We're fighting for our playoff lives, and while we could win the last two games and still clinch that way, at this point, as long as the Bengals beat the Patriots, if we win this game and the next game, we can clinch before Week 18. And we've never been in a position to do that. It's always been we got to win the last game, or sometimes even like last year, the last game doesn't even matter. Let's clinch before a week. Like, let's have a game where we don't even need to give a shit about it because we've already clinched. Like, fuck all that. So, yeah, it is a must-win because we have an opportunity here to go to the playoffs before Week 18. This is a must-win game. Not to mention, you're at home. It's a game you should win. Every game you should win, which you're favorited in, you should win. Like, it's a must-win at that point. So, to me, it's easily a must-win because we should not be losing to a Packers team that has been really, really bad. They're under 500 for a reason. Yeah, they have some skill players. Yeah, Rodgers is a Hall of Famer, but he's not that guy anymore. You're not that guy, pal. So, yeah, to me, this is a must-win pretty easily.
Love it. Shout out to my man Cap for Life for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you so much for the support. I agree with you, Jay. And this is a must-win game. Well, I can't breathe. This is a must-win game for the Dolphins, 100%. If you win this game, you win the next game, you clinch. And you setting yourself up for a great chance at the 5 seed. And I don't know about you, but I would really want the 5 seed. And people forget we're on a 3-game losing streak. Like we need a win. It's almost been a month since the Dolphins have won their last football game. We need a win just for our morale, our locker room. Because look, I know we lost to Buffalo, but that was like the best loss possible. I mean, it's not like we woke up Monday after Buffalo and we're like, sell the team, we suck. The team's cursed. Oh my God, we're the worst team of all time. We left that game. We're like, oh, we're fine. Like, we're in good shape. Like, tough beat, but at least we came out and played. This is a game where you carry that momentum over and you have to win because you got to get hot at the right time. And the Dolphins, we've been streaky all year. Win our first 3, lose our next 3, win our next 5, lose our next 3. You got to catch lightning in a bottle, and there's no better time to get streaky in a good way than the last 3 games of the year, especially against teams like the Packers, Patriots, and the Jets.
Yeah, like there's no good loss. Like I don't think that exists. But if it did exist, that would be it against Buffalo. Like to me, I couldn't feel better after a loss. Obviously, you could feel a lot better after a win. But after a loss, that's the best you can feel. And I'm very confident heading into these last 3 games. And I do have to ask you a question because you're obviously down there in Florida. You're struggling to breathe. How's the weather down there?
Well, I'm not struggling to breathe because of the weather, I'll tell you that. But it's like 45.
Okay.
It's not bad out. It's like 45, 50. So it's cold for us. Like down here in Florida, the second it gets a little bit less than 50, the Uggs come out, the jackets come out, the snow caps come out, everything comes out because we don't get that a lot, you know? And I love it. I like when it's cold because it only lasts for like a week or 2, and then it's basically summerist. But I know Bobby up there in Rochester, his power's out. That's why Bobby's not here. If anyone was wondering, he's not here because his whole room is blacked out. He's got no power, no electricity, and he's got the Christmas trees. They're blowing back and forth. It's crazy over there. So very blessed, very fortunate to be in Florida at this time of the year. But you, my friend, are up there in Canada. How's it going down over there?
So for me, it's kind of like Bobby, not as bad. And like for him, and he said it, it's not, he said before the show, he's talking to us, it's not like the snow or anything like that. The snow's not even too bad. Like I honestly, on a day like this, I don't even know if like school would be canceled when we're back in high school. But the issue for us right now, and Bobby said it too, like in Buffalo, Toronto area, that's where we're at. The wind is crazy. The wind is nuts. Like we've gotten warnings. Like I was supposed to have a get together with some family tonight because obviously it's Christmas time. We want to get together. We had to cancel that bitch because no one's going to drive in this wind and this snow. So the weather's pretty bad up here. And obviously I'm near Buffalo, and I'm pretty sure it's worse even down there just because of the area that the kind of weather went. So Prayers up to Bobby, honestly. He couldn't make the show, so prayers up to him. But as long as the Dolphins are doing good, I just looked up. So 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius, just to give me like a kind of a look of like what you guys are feeling. So that's cold to you. Because for us, that's like shorts and hoodie weather almost.
It might be warmer out right now. What's the temperature outside?
Come on, Siri.
Siri's always being a hoe on camera.
Come on, Siri.
Still on it. Come on.
Siri's hoeing, man.
Something went wrong. Yo, Siri always folds anytime I pull her up on the shelf. Done with Siri. Screw Siri. It's like 45, 50 out. It's freezing, but it's
We're
nice
good,
freezing.
though.
But I don't even want to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the weather.
We had so much of time.
Prayers out to anyone that's stuck in the blizzard, though. If you're in the blizzard, prayers for you.
Facts.
Merry Christmas. Everyone likes a white Christmas, though.
Yeah, that's facts. Stay inside.
It ain't snowing in Orlando, pal. Come on, Michael. I'm here right now.
Get real, bro. They're just trying to get you hyped for Christmas so you buy more shit, man.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. All right, so we're both in agreement that it is a must-win game for the Dolphins. Anyone in the chat, we got 40 people watching live right now. If you guys think this is a must-win game for the Miami Dolphins, let us know in the comments, yes or no, and why you feel that way. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. We already got 45 people here 6 minutes into the show. We love you guys so much. Please hit the like button if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. The only way we could grow is with your guys' help. And if you want to donate to the channel, super chat or hit us up on Cash App or Venmo at Nikki Smokes 1. So we do this segment on every Fired Up Friday, and we sit here and we say how we would feel if the Dolphins were to win and how we were to feel if the Dolphins were to lose. So I'll start with this one. If the Dolphins win, I will have the utmost confidence in this football team to make the playoffs. I will give them that much credit because that means all they have to do is win one of the next 2 games. Now, do I think that they could win all 3 games? Absolutely. But as a Miami Dolphins fan who has been scarred their entire life, knowing that the odds are we're probably going to lose one of those games, I don't know. But that's why this game's so big, because if you lose to Green Bay, then the pressure's really on. And it's like you might have to win the next 2 games to get in. I don't want that pressure, bro. Like, free me from that. Free me from that. So if the Fins win, like I said, I will 99.9% guarantee that they get into the playoffs. And if they were to lose
4 in a row,
I don't know, dude. If you lose those 4 games, I have a serious problem. And only because when the schedule came out, I said we were going to be 2-2 after the first 4 games. I said that was like the first big test, the first 4 games. And we started 3-0. We went 3-1 until Tua got slammed on his head against the Bengals. But then I told everyone when the schedule came out, you included, Jay, these 4 games right here.
Yep.
LA, Buffalo, Green Bay, that's going to dictate everything. And I said it's going to tell us exactly what kind of football team we are. And if we lose 3 out of those 4, that'd be 4 for 4. If we lose to the Packers, that's 4 for 4.
Yep.
You can't lose these 4 games.
Can't lose it.
You cannot lose 4 games in a row with 2 weeks to go before the playoffs.
That's what you can't do, but how you feel. How would you feel, man, if you lost it? That's the point of the segment. We need to get into the feelings here.
I'd be depressed. I would be so depressed. I would be livid. I would really be pissed off. It would ruin my Christmas. Honestly, it really would. I could get a brand new freaking Porsche in my driveway, and if the Fins lose that game, I'll piss on the car.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I just realized, like, on Christmas, here's the thing, because we all know we're all sports fans. Dolphins games dictate our mental health and our attitude for the rest of the week. It's on Christmas, bro. And to be honest, it's 1 p.m. Eastern where I'm at. We'll probably wake up at 12 because it's Christmas. We're all the family sleeping in. We'll probably open presents after, you know what I'm saying? As a family, open presents after, do the whole process, you know what I'm saying, of Christmas. Dude, if the Dolphins lose, man, my parents better not be expecting me to be all happy-go-lucky because I'll be having to fake some reactions while I'm opening some gifts because I'll be pissed off no matter what they get me if they lose.
You know what the best part is about. Well, I don't even know if it's the best part. It might be a little scary for the family. Like everyone's gonna be at the house
like
while the
timid,
Dolphins are on the TV. Everyone's like drinking, getting hammered, opening gifts, blah blah blah. And I'm gonna just be sitting there on the couch like this, like, you motherfuckers better not lose this game. I swear to
better
God.
not lose.
The whole fam though, like they're gonna see Lunatic Jay like live in the flesh.
Yep. No, so I decided like not to stream, obviously, just because like it's Christmas, so like fuck streaming. You ratio.
Oh yeah, by the way, thank you for letting us hang out with our family. Thank you.
No, so like I already said, like I'm gonna watch with my dad. Like he's a diehard Dolphins fan too. The thing is, they're gonna see me rage. The thing is, we've already discussed it because we're just doing family as a four for us, and we're just gonna like chill out. We're not gonna start all that Christmas process till after. Thing is, again, I just feel like I'm gonna be such a party pooper if we lose. Like I'm just gonna be sulking in the corner like a bitch. Like I don't give a fuck. Like 4 losses in a row. Like I'm just not gonna be pleasant to be around. And I full well know that. Like we're gonna be like, that, so why don't you change your action? Like you can choose how you want to behave. It's like, nah, dude, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. 4 in a row is crazy. Especially in the fashion that we've lost the games. Every game we've had a chance to win with 2 minutes left. That's just how it's gone. We've lost every single one. We need a win so bad. So, to be honest, I've already said how I'd feel if we lost. I'd just be a bitch in the corner on Christmas. Fuck Christmas at that point. I'll be honest. Like let's just be real. Fuck Christmas at that point. If we win, though, I'll be happy as fuck. Because guess what? It's Christmas and the Dolphins win.
Don't get better than that.
Don't get better than that. You're right. So, to me, and honestly, like you said, I think we're guaranteed. We're a lock. I'll say that to make the playoffs if we win this game.
For sure. 100%.
I'm not even tripping. As long as we win this game, I'm not even tripping.
Oh, I'm confident in the Dolphins winning one of the next 2
exactly.
After this week. Am I confident in the Dolphins going back-to-back? Like 2 back-to-back must-win games? No. And it has nothing to do with the talent of this team. Because trust me, guys, I understand this is the most talented team that we've had in a really, really long time.
In our lifetime.
You guys have to understand, we are also Dolphin fans.
Yep. And
we are in this position almost every single year, and it just doesn't work out the way we want it to.
Where we want to commit suicide is where.
Yeah. It's not nice. It's really not nice. And real quick, I have to address this comment. So Bama Boy says, lost a lot of respect for your handicapping. He's saying that because I gave out the New York Jets as a pick last night. Well,
How about this?
How about you just suck on my fucking meat? You can't even see it. Smoke. I'm 67%, 67 and 33 on the year, and I'm up 32.8 units. Slob my knob. I'm the best NFL better you've ever seen in your entire life. I had to shit on you.
You did say you wanted to max bet the Jets, though, no?
But I didn't max bet them.
Okay.
I said they were almost a max bet.
All right.
I bet them. Don't get that twisted. But
not max bet.
Not max bet. No.
But we love a Jags win, baby. A Jags win is huge. We love a Jags win.
I don't know, dude. I'd rather play the Titans than the Jags.
No, but it's huge because now the Jets are out of it. They're not making the playoffs. Ain't no way.
Are they officially done?
Pretty much. Like, honestly, as long as we win our next game, I think they're pretty much out of it.
Well, we can clinch if we win this week and next week. Like, we're 100% in.
100%. As long as the Bengals beat the Patriots, which they will. They're the hottest team in the league right now.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
That's
kind of how we're going to feel, man. Like, if it's a loss, we're drinking bleach. We're, like, bringing the toaster in the bathtub. That's where we're at. And if we win,
if the Dolphins lose, I will hang myself with Santa's sack.
Yeah.
Or I will voluntarily have Rudolph just run me over. I don't know. I don't even know what I would do. I don't want to talk about it. We should not talk about it. It's Fired Up Friday. We should be firing everybody up. And this is what you guys should get fired up for. Over the last 3 games, the Green Bay Packers have the worst rush defense in the NFL. And I don't know about you guys.
Wait. I watched the Dolphins. Green truth. We are not losing to you in week 18. We are not losing to you. We're winning by 20.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, I just got a comment. Green
truth. You're replying to someone.
I'm replying to somebody. Sorry. No, I should put that out there.
You should wait till I'm done getting the people.
I should. I know.
Because when I play it back, it's just going to be like, oh, me and Jay are talking over each other.
No. The Jets just pissed me off, man. It's too much. Like, fuck the Jets. Like, fuck the Jets, bro. They got
Zach Wilson's a good quarterback. Zach Wilson's a really good quarterback.
Sign him. Extend him.
Dude, if I'm a Jets fan, why would we ever want to move off of him?
Exactly.
Like he's the franchise guy. Why would you
I
ever
agree.
play anyone over Zach Wilson?
Yeah, my bad. My
I
apologies.
think he might be top five. But fuck the Jets. We're not talking about the Jets till week 18. Anyway, over the last 3 games, the Green Bay Packers have the worst rush defense in the NFL. They're giving up almost 200 yards per game on the ground. And I don't know about you guys, but what I saw against the Buffalo Bills was extremely impressive, extremely dominant, extremely physical, smash mouth football until it was 3rd-and-1. And Mike McDaniel's like, I don't want to run it. This is a great opportunity for Mike McDaniel to redeem himself in the questionable play calls that he had against Buffalo. You need to run the ball down their throat. Because the Green Bay Packers, their defense isn't what everyone thought it was going to be, but that also doesn't mean that they're absolute dog shit. Now, their run defense absolutely sucks, but they're pretty good at stopping the pass, and that's Mike McDaniel's bread and butter. So I think we'll have, it's not going to be easy. It's not like Tyreek's going to just sit there and cook them for 200 yards. I'm not saying he can. It's just probably not likely. But Green Bay Packer fans are already scarred from Raheem Mostert. They've seen what he did to them in the NFC Championship game when he played for San Francisco. Run the ball down their damn throat, son. Shit, it's not that hard.
I agree. And you head into this game and you hear the name Kenny Clark, who is usually a great run stopper, carries that defensive line. And the issue this year is that Kenny Clark is still that guy. I won't lie. Still that guy. But around him on the defensive line, they've had nobody really step up. It's like Devontae Wyatt, who is a young player who's just kind of up and coming. He hasn't been able to do much. And the issue is, like, Kenny Clark can still win one-on-one with your interior offensive lineman. But I'll be honest, with the rest of the way their defensive line is playing, you can double team Kenny Clark and you'll have no issues. You'll have no issues. And the fact that they've been a terrible run defense, which is so true, I'm glad that you brought that up because Mostert should be going crazy. Mostert should be going absolutely crazy. He had one of the best runs we've ever seen in recent memory as a Dolphin. That run against the Buffalo Bills was ridiculous.
Dude. Oh my God.
Just not going down, breaking so many tackles.
That was
Dude,
like a little Marshawn Lynch.
He had to take a penalty. He brought him down by the horse collar just because he had to bring him down. It was ridiculous. He wasn't going down, so we got to use that talent. Use that talent, especially on 3rd and short, and let's run the ball down their throats. Because guess what that opens up? The pass. We all talk about how Tua's not getting the depth, all this type of stuff. That's because we're not forcing linebackers to step up when they're playing defense because we're not running the ball. Run the ball, and you'll set up the pass. I know it's the most cliche shit ever, but it's true. So let's use that and run the ball down their throat. Not to mention, on the other side of things too, they rely on the run game, and our defense might not be that good this year, but the one thing we do that's elite is stop the run. Christian Wilkins has been a dog. We're allowing 3.8 yards per carry to running backs. Jalen Phillips has been great setting the edge. Bradley Chubb has been great too. And Zach Sealer has also been a dog. So honestly, running the running game on both sides, I think the matchup suits us fantastically to help us win this game.
I think so too. They love running the ball. We love stopping the run. Rodgers is obviously a great quarterback, but their weapons suck. Lazard is not what he used to be.
Christian Watson's
I don't fear their offense whatsoever. I really don't. Now, I know AJ's a beast. I know Aaron's a beast, but I'm very confident in our D-line. That's the best thing we do. If we could stop Nick Chubb, we could stop AJ Dillon and freaking what's his name, dude? I'm having a brain. Aaron Jones, my bad.
Aaron Jones.
If we could stop those guys, I'm not worried.
And not just stop.
And the Dolphins at home, by the way, the Dolphins defense at home is actually very elite. It's the Dolphins defense on the road that always gets us beat. I believe at home we're giving up less than 17 points per game, and on the road we're giving up 30-plus points per game.
Yeah.
Dolphins at home on Christmas, that defense is going to be electric, brother. So I'm very confident. I like the matchups, as you said. I think it stacks up pretty well in our favor. I just think we're a better football team. I think top to bottom, we're a better football team, and we should win this game. And I said that about the Chargers game, and it didn't work out, but I don't know. I just think we're a better team top to bottom.
And you bring up a great point about the Browns. Like, we were dominant against them, and that's another two running back kind of run-oriented team offense. And we, again, not just stop them. We were dominant. Chubb had that one run where we're trying to force something to happen because we're already up big. Like, who cares? Other than that run, we were dominant. So, again, I have no worries on the defense side of the ball. And you can talk about how bad of a year X is having. You can talk about how so many of their guys are injured. But the Packers wide receivers are clearly inexperienced. They have 2 rookies who are top 3 in receiving yards, and it's Allen Lazard is the other guy. I don't think you're really scared of that. And I'm not, to be honest with you. I
Definitely not scared of Allen Lazard. I don't
who,
even start him in fantasy anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, I'm not that worried. And again, you're right, dude. The matchups are great. The matchups are great for us to kind of go out there and just kind of get the early lead and stick it out from there.
Speaking of matchups, which is your favorite? Like in our advantage, at least offensively.
And offensively, our favorite matchup, I'm going with the run game. I know we just talked about it, but it's clearly the best matchup because Jair is really good. Rasul Douglas is good. Their cornerbacks have played really good against receivers. I'm pretty sure because I watched the preview video that the NFL releases, they've allowed 10 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. And that's a pretty good ratio from your DBs in terms of what they're allowing quarterbacks to pass. So that's like tough. I still think Tua's going to do well. I still think he throws for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns at a minimum. I still think he'll do that just because of the talent of our receivers. But the running game, man, you have to let Mostert run. Run, Mostert, run. Like, let him loose, man. Let him loose. If there's any game to let him loose, this is the game. And I think this is a huge part of what our team can do. And especially considering as long as we get to an early lead, I think the game plan is there to get to a win relatively easily. And I know it's crazy as a Dolphins fan to say that because we said that about the Lions and about the Bears, but there is a game plan and a game script, which really plays into like our run game just succeeding and ending this game early.
What about defensively?
Defensively, again, we already talked about it. If you want to give like the best matchup that we have, it is our run defense against our running backs. Again, their running backs might be the best part of their offense, but it's still our defensive line against them, and our defensive line has been elite against the run. Now, I will say again, I'm not worried about our cornerbacks either against the receivers, and that was close. I might have picked them too. And I know Christian Watson's been heating up as of late. Romeo Doubs is interesting. He's a good little rookie. Allen Lazard has disappeared a little bit, but again, they're very inexperienced. And then you have a guy like Xavier Howard, who I would be fine with following Christian Watson around the field. And then I'm good with zoning up everywhere else or whatever you want to do. Now we'll see what Josh Boyer elects to do against the guy's experience as Aaron Rodgers. But whether we blitz, whether we drop back, whether we run zone, press man, because Josh Boyer has honestly, he's done a lot this year in terms of switching up schemes. Usually they don't work initially, but he does well to switch them at halftime. But to be honest, we'll see what happens because Aaron Rodgers is very experienced. He might not be having his best year, but he's still a Hall of Fame level quarterback. He knows what to do and what to run to beat defenses. So I think it's definitely going to be something for Josh Boyer to step up in terms of what he does with the defensive backs. But in terms of the defensive line, we're elite at stopping the run. So that's always going to be our best matchup, no matter who we're playing.
Shout out my dog, Cat for life. Thank you, brother. Another $10.
Shout out to Cat, man.
Thank
like
you
Cat,
so much.
dope.
Big Cat, big goat. Regardless of the Green Bay Packers having a top 5 secondary, a stout running game, and an elite quarterback, and their coach knowing the Shanahan system better than our coach, I still believe. Cat, why are you coming in like that?
Yeah, what the?
That doesn't sound like you believe. That doesn't sound like you believe at all. It doesn't. But we appreciate the super chat, brother. We do.
Also, calling Aaron Rodgers elite this year is...
We've played plenty of teams with top 5 secondaries and stout running games, and we beat them. We've played elite quarterbacks, and we've beat them. It is what it is, Cap.
Gotta win these games. What it is.
Gotta win this game, and I think we will. I really do. All right, so we didn't get to talk about this because our last show was on Wednesday.
Yep.
Pro Bowl results came out yesterday. So 3 Dolphin players made the Pro Bowl team. Not Tua Tagovailoa, although he was first in fan voting.
And he's not the first
Xavier Howard made it, which I told you he would, even though he didn't deserve it. I told you he was going to make it just because of his name.
Yep.
Xavier Howard, Teron Armstead, and of course, Tyreek Hill. So we're obviously going to talk about Tua and him not getting in. Who was the biggest Dolphin snub outside of Tua?
All right, so I would say Waddle just because I don't know how if you watch games this year, you would choose Jamar Chase over Jalen Waddle for this specific year. And maybe in general too, but for this specific year, like people are talking about how he's more catches. Jalen Waddle has done more with less catches. Now, let me not get off track because this is not the guy I'm picking. But anyways, it's ridiculous that Waddle wasn't picked. The guy I'm going to pick is Christian Wilkins.
And you stole mine.
Okay, I'll go with Jalen Waddle then. You go
right,
with C-Dub. I'll go with Jalen Waddle because I have some shit to say. Because, yeah, Jamar Chase might have a couple more receptions. They're very similar in touchdowns. Waddle shits on him on yards. And this is my issue here, Smoke. If you're going to use the fact that Jamar Chase missed games and he missed statistics because he missed those games as a reason for why he made the Pro Bowl, then why the fuck aren't you keeping that same energy for Tua? You can't have it both ways. So if you're going to leave Tua out, then Waddle's got to get in there. He's got to get in that bitch. So to me, it's like you're not keeping the same energy when one guy's missing games where you're using statistics that he might have had to put him in over a guy who deserves it. But then you keep Tua out for whatever reason, even though he led in fan voting. Now he's the first alternate, which is ridiculous. Jalen Waddle should have 110% made it over Jamar Chase. And I'm dumbfounded that Jamar Chase made it over Jalen Waddle because Waddle has clearly had an elite season. He has 1,100 yards with 3 games to spare as the number 2 receiver on his team.
Well, here's the thing, Jay.
Without a starting quarterback for 3 games.
First of all, fan voting means absolutely jack shit. It means absolutely nothing. I just wanted to put that out there so everyone knows that even though someone in our fan base programmed the computer to automatically generate votes for Tua to be the first guy, it means nothing. And that's why I think Jamar Chase got in, because us Dolphin fans, we didn't think Xavier Howard should get into the Pro Bowl.
No shot.
But he did. And it's because his peers still respect him. And that's kind of like the deal with Jamar Chase. Yeah. You know, it's like Waddle has better numbers, this and that. But who are we going to put in? Are we going to put in Jamar Chase or are we going to put in Jalen Waddle? And I think their peers spoke.
I guess. And listen, Teron Armstead deserved it. We don't need to spend time on that. Tyreek Hill fully deserved it. We don't need to spend time on that. Christian Wilkins, obviously, big snub. Jalen Waddle, huge snub. Alec Ingold somehow didn't make it. Patrick Ricard made it over him. I know a lot of people don't care about fullbacks, but how the fuck did that happen? That didn't really make much sense to me either. And then, to be honest with you, let's spend some time on Tua, man. 2 weeks ago, he's in the MVP race. 3 weeks ago, he's in the MVP race. And here's
I got one of my boys in the back room, though. I'm bringing him up right now. What's good, Big Mike?
What's going on, baby?
This is the perfect time because, Jay, he is probably a bigger Tua stan than you are.
Whoa, let's get it.
I wanted to bring him back. I wanted to bring him up for the Tua Pro Bowl snub. So, Jay, I'll let you start. Then we'll go to you, Mike, and then we'll just go.
No, I was just going to say it's ridiculous because you'd have to think that because they take time to calculate the votes and stuff, they didn't do it in the last week or whatever, so it would have been last week. And then in the last 2 weeks, he had 2 bad games. But 2 weeks before that, he was an MVP candidate, number 2 in the race by everyone almost. So what the fuck happened in those 2 weeks where it got to the point where they clearly weren't treating him as one of the top 3, top 4 quarterbacks in the AFC? So to me, it was ridiculous that he didn't make the Pro Bowl. We also what he was doing. He has 24 touchdowns, 5 picks. He has 3,200 yards while missing 3 games. He's playing at a Pro Bowl level. He's playing at an elite level. So to me, I'm just surprised that he didn't make it because how do you lead is that the first time someone's led the whole, not just quarterbacks, but the whole Pro Bowl in voting and not make it?
And didn't he lead? I saw he led in passer rating. I think it was the first time led passer rating.
No, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. That is a stat too, where he's the first quarterback ever to lead in passer rating and not make it.
Leads fan voting, leads passer voting, doesn't make the Pro Bowl. So do you guys both believe he should have been named an AFC Pro Bowl quarterback over Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen?
To me, it's not even like whether he should have or could have. I would probably argue him over Joe Burrow maybe. And to me, that's not even the issue, right? That's not even the issue where it's like, sure, you can name those 3 guys because they're having statistical seasons. That's where I bring Jalen Waddle in because you have to keep the same energy for both positions then. That's why I said that at the beginning. If you're going to use missed games to keep a guy out in Tua, then you have to keep that same energy for Jamar Chase. So
but do you think that they should have put Tua in over those 3 guys? Because here's my opinion. If the Dolphins don't make the Super Bowl, which they will, so I don't even know why we're talking about it because Tua's not going to be able to play regardless. But in some weird scenario where the Finns don't make it to the Super Bowl, he's going to get in. He's like the first quarterback.
He's the alternate,
on the list to get up there. You know, he's the first one up there. You're muted, Mike.
Hello?
You're good. Yeah, now you're up. You're up.
It's going to be either the Chiefs, Bills, Dolphins, or Bengals. So
Chiefs, Bills, Dolphins, Bengals.
He's either in the Super Bowl or the Pro Bowl. So
exactly, I agree.
I mean, I'd rather him be in the Super Bowl.
Quite easily.
Obviously. Sky's blue, Smoke.
I was going to say what
Oh
you
my
said.
God.
The whole thing with Jamar Chase with the missed games too, because it makes no sense. If you're going to use that same argument for one, it's got to be
You
for
got to
both.
use it for both.
Like, it has to be.
So are you officially putting Tua as a Pro Bowl snub? Yes or no?
Of course.
I say
Mike?
3 on the team is him, Waddle, and Wilkins. Them 3 should have been in. And I think we can all agree X should not have made it. I don't think X even thinks
Yeah,
he
I don't
should have
know.
made it.
He doesn't even.
No,
he doesn't even
said
think he
didn't.
should have made it.
Yeah, he said he was surprised.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
But here's the thing. I'll say this. For all the years in the past and this year where we've had guys who should have made it but haven't, this is the year where we finally have a guy who should not have made it at all, and he made it. So I guess that's just like, honestly, like, I'll take it. Like, shout to X. Like, go crazy, bro.
Shout out X. And shout out to everyone that's watching. We got 80 people watching live. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Chat, let us know who got snubbed. Who was the biggest Miami Dolphins snub? Let us know in the chat if you guys want to donate to the channel. Of course, you could super chat us or hit me up on Cash App or Venmo at Nikki Smokes One. So it's Christmas time. It's the holiday season. I got a little game. It's called Naughty or Nice. I'm going to name some Dolphin players, coaches, and you're going to tell me if they're getting gifts or if they're getting coal in their stocking. I think this one's easy. I feel like everyone's going to have the same answer here. Tua.
my boy's nice.
My boy's nice.
He's nice. He's getting gifts. Tyreek.
Nice.
Nice. Liam Eichenberg.
Naughty. Yo,
Naughty, but I want
I'm
to say
go-
nice because I hope he gets healthy.
same.
I'm going to say nice because he's not healthy. I think
That's so fucked.
Can't kick a man when he's down.
I can't. But according to McDaniel, he was playing the best football of his life. If that's his best football, we are fucked.
I think his
Especially if
best
they're gonna
football
keep
was not
playing.
giving up sacks in 4 years at Notre Dame.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
what happened to that
He
guy?
didn't give
man?
up a single sack, and he's a complete bust in the league. It'd be like that. Shout out.
He was
Zach
supposed to have a
Wilson.
high floor too, bro. He's supposed to be like a guy who comes in and is just good. He doesn't have a high ceiling. He's not gonna be some all pro, but he's just gonna come in and be great like right away. Never happened. So it's tough, man.
Josh Boyer.
Oh, naughty. Naughty. Listen. People are gonna say you could say nice because of all the injuries he's dealt with. Man, at this point, there's so many games where you watch the film back, and it's like the personnel is not even the issue here. It's the play call. So yeah, naughty for sure.
100% agree.
Bradley Chubb.
This is interesting because I think people are like kind of different. I had a tweet about this. Bro, he's nice, man. Watch the fucking games, bro. Our whole defense is taking a major step up since he's got here in terms of sack production, in terms of what Jalen Phillips is doing, in terms of what Christian Wilkins is doing. Like, people aren't watching the games, I swear. That's my big thing with this year in Dolphins Twitter. People don't be watching the games because you see Bradley Chubb being a disruptor just because he's not putting up the splashy plays. They're like, oh, he sucks. It's like, yeah, he's not getting the quarterback as much as you would want him to, but he's still creating sacks for other people. Like, I don't know. That's just
I think, yeah, I
that's
agree. I
his-
think it's just people looking at the stats. You know, he's not getting the sacks, but you look at the sacks that we've increased since he's been on the team. It's 100% on him. Like, he is the one that's creating all
Well,
this.
people forget like how bad Ogba was playing too. Like
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb has like revitalized the pass rush.
But look
Now,
at
when we played
Wilkins.
Buffalo, I was screaming at my TV because I didn't think we were really getting home as much as we should have. But as the
Josh
game
Allen
went
had so
on,
much
we
time.
started getting there more. But
Mhm.
early, like Josh Allen had all day. Like that first half, he had all day to throw.
But look at what Wilkins and Phillips has done since we've gotten Chubb.
They've been
Game
tearing
changer.
it
He's a
up.
game changer. He's an X factor.
My bad. I was trying to pull this comment up. Shout out my dog Adam. I could not be more happy with the YouTube globe of Nikki Smokes and the Fins community. Thank you, brother. I could not be happier that you guys are here tuning in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, Jason Sanders, naughty or nice?
Naughty. I gotta go naughty, man. You hit a
Dude, he was
48-yard
clutch
kick.
in the Bills game.
I know, but dude,
he was clutch in the Bills
Here's the
game.
thing for me, for an NFL player, you gotta hit you gotta hit over 50. That's like where I'm at. You gotta hit
But he
over
used to
50.
be
He's
money.
not doing that.
For him,
It used to be naughty.
I got to see how he finishes out the season. And in the playoffs,
Well, no,
if
you
he
can't.
can
Like,
produce.
What about
Christmas
as of
is in
right
2
now?
days.
Like,
Like,
as
what
of
are you
right
giving
now?
him right now?
He wants
right
to say
now
nice.
it's
That's
Nadi.
why.
I'm not going to give him nice for one kick.
Yeah, exactly.
And a nice onside kick, too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Who else could we pull up?
Well, let's go through it, man. Like, there's got to be some other guys.
All right, I got you. Jerome Baker.
Ooh. I would have said Naughty, I think, earlier. I think he's been way better later in the season. I don't think he – fuck, this is tough. I'm going to go nice, but, like, I want to go Naughty.
I think he's overhated by the fan base a little bit. I'll still go Naughty, though.
Yeah, like, I think having Landon Roberts next to him, like, fucking sucks. Like, I think he's, like, being, like, brought down by him.
Who else do we have? Let's go Landon Roberts.
Naughty, bro.
Naughty.
I've said this so many times. Unless it's a run inside the tackles, he's fucking useless.
Byron Jones.
Oh. Let's not even talk
The
about it.
Grinch.
No. I got one X, or is it just pure Naughty? I guess.
I'm going to say nice because if he's not on the field, we're fucked. And I know he's not playing good football, but if you take Xavier Howard off this football team, we might get
give up
scored
40.
for 300 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Javon Holland.
Nice. Come on.
Nice.
He's the best.
Sure. I'm just making
He's
sure.
a spirit animal. Him and Wilkins, they can never leave. They can never leave.
It depends.
Javon, JP, and Wilkins can never leave.
Yeah.
Like, they have to die Dolphins.
The
Gotta be
question with this
bored.
game, how nitty gritty do you want to go? Like, do you want me to ask you about like guys who are really up and down? It's like, do you want me to ask you about Kion Dawson in the cornerback position? Like, how nitty gritty do you want to go?
I don't know. You could just start naming some off, though, and we'll go from
All
there.
right, Kion. We'll start with Kion then.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, I got a good one.
I'm going nice for Crossan just because he stepped up and he's played probably over expectations. I mean, he wasn't even supposed to be playing, so
No, yeah, he's supposed to be a special.
I think he's done. I think he's done fine. So
Yeah.
I'll go
See,
nice.
I would say that with Cater Kohu.
Yeah.
Oh, that boy, nice,
No,
nice.
I was already about to
He's
say
tough.
Noah Igbenogany, naughty or nice?
Nice. I'm giving him nice. And I'm only giving him nice because, look, I've already accepted that he sucks. Like, we're all in agreement. He's not.
We're
It's like,
giving
a
him
pity,
nice
it's like a
over-
pity vote.
Over
Right,
one
but it's
interception.
this year alone. It's this year alone, and he's done enough this year where I would give him a Christmas stocking. He had the game winner against Pittsburgh. He had a pass breakup against Stephon Diggs against the Bills.
Break up.
Like, what else could you ask from him? Like,
Nah, he's
that's
naughty.
more than he's ever done
No,
in his
I do.
last 2 years.
I do look back at the last time he was on Diggs. I know he was a rookie, but he's improved since then. That was
Yeah, it's
a
like,
rough
whoa,
game.
bro, him improving is just seeing the field. He was inactive for how many games? Like,
Facts.
it's crazy.
How
So
about
someone
this
brought up
one?
Mike Gesicki. I would say nice because I would have said nice. I would have been like, he's blocking a little more. He's trying his best. It's not great, but he's just trying. Nah, fuck that dude. You're off the team next year, buddy. Fucking idiot. Bro's in his
What do you
feelings.
got, Mike?
Gesicki, yeah, I agree. I do think I wish that we could use him more. I don't think he fits because I really liked him going into the season. I don't think he fits.
I think we all liked him going into the season, and that's why it's so hard to see this go. Well, Jay,
Yeah,
I
it's
know
like
you said before that he wasn't going to fit in the scheme, but I'm saying, like, even before Mike McDaniel, like, we all
Yeah,
looked
yeah,
at Gesicki as someone who could go up there and make plays for us.
The second we hired McDaniel, that was the one player where I'm like, this isn't going to work. Like, everyone else, I was like, dude, this is going to be better for everyone. Mike Gesicki was the one
Except
guy
him.
where you're like, bro, this is not going to fucking work out.
Yep, 100%. All right, so I think that wraps it up, unless you have any other, like, guys on your Christmas list.
Connor Williams, like, he was fucking up some
Nice.
taps. I don't know. That's
Oh,
interesting.
nice.
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 Yeah, he's been so good. He's been so
Nice.
good. Who's
Anything
getting
else?
Cole? Fucking Josh Boyer feeding his fucking mouth.
Give me 3 players that you would put dog shit in a brown paper bag and light it on fire on their doorstep.
3 players.
3, like, that's like hard. Like, those are guys like I don't even want like near the fucking field. Oh, this would be fun. Braylon Sanders, that'd be fun.
Oh,
Or just
naughty.
naughty.
Anytime he touches the ball, something bad
Two
happens.
plays, a fumble
Channing
and
Tindall.
threw a touchdown.
Give me 3 guys.
Okay, that we're just
All right,
packing
I'll make
up.
it easier. They don't even have to be on the Dolphins. They could be any players in the league.
Well, I'll go one of the
Give
Dolphins.
me
I'll go
3
Duke.
players
I'll
in
go
the
Duke
league.
Riley.
Oh, you don't like him? You think you want to pack him up?
I
will
don't think
say,
it's his. I don't think it's his fault.
yeah.
But why is coach putting him on McCaffrey and like he's gonna get cooked. Like he's
The
gonna
three
get cooked.
guys, the 3 guys aren't packing up are All right, let me go through this. Fuck. On offense, I'm trying to pick a guy. Like I was gonna go with offensive lineman, but Robert Jones has been playing all right. Honestly, he's gonna have to come to the
Jay,
defense.
I'll go.
it doesn't even have to be the Fins.
All right,
I'm
Atlanta
saying,
Roberts.
your dog just took a hot shit in a brown paper bag.
Zach Wilson.
And you're going to light it on fire,
Yeah.
put it on someone's
Zach-
doorstep, knock on the door, and make them
Got
step
it.
on it to put it out. Give me 3 players that you want to step in your dog shit.
Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson.
Wow. Why so much Zach Wilson hate?
He fucking sucks.
That's why I love him. I love the fact that he sucks.
I could bring up 3 Dolphins, man, because I can.
He's so bad that I like him.
I'll throw in.
That's it. So you got Mac Jones,
I'll go.
Zach Wilson. What do you got, Mike?
Yeah. I was just going to throw in one more Dolphin. It has to be Austin Jackson for me.
Oh, that's a good one. He's terrible.
Terrible. That's nice.
Who's a bigger bust, AJ or Noah Igbenogany?
Noah.
It has to be Noah. It doesn't even.
I feel like you have to say AJ. I feel like you have to go AJ.
Bro, he plays.
And hear me out. AJ's rookie year was okay. AJ's rookie year was decent.
Hear me out. We drafted Noah to be a nickel corner. We already had Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. We drafted AJ to be our star tackle to protect Tua. He couldn't do that. We had to move him to guard. We had to move him to guard and tackle.
But Noah can't play nickel, bro.
He can't stay healthy.
On the outside.
AJ's a bigger bust because he would have been a bigger piece of the puzzle. He would have been a bigger piece of the puzzle than Noah Igbenogany.
Well, at least Austin was playing snaps. And he actually had a decent rookie year where he's playing his natural position.
Hey, Noah was playing snaps. They weren't good snaps. He was playing.
Practice?
His rookie year?
His rookie year. Yeah. But,
Noah. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple games until he got taken out. And then Nick Needham played in the nickel role. But Austin Jackson had, and I'm not trying to say he was great or even good, but he was average. In his rookie year, though, Austin Jackson was solid.
Yeah, but right now we're 3 years into it. And look.
No, but you're saying Noah versus AJ. Noah's clearly a bigger bust than AJ.
I disagree just because, look, if AJ was a stud, we'd have Armstead and AJ as our 2 starting tackles, and we'd be set.
Think about if Noah was a stud, what this defense would look like this year.
Yeah, imagine without Byron even.
Well, I don't even think it would be Noah. I like if we had Brandon Jones, Javon Holland, Xavier Howard, and even Cater Kohu with Nick Needham in the slot corner, I think we'd be so.
Bro, even Trill. Like Trill was injured in fucking training camp. Like that was tough.
All I'm saying is, I think the 3 most important positions in football are quarterback, edge rusher, tackle, and then if I had a 4th, it'd be corner, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, missing on a tackle is a lot worse than missing on a corner, in my opinion.
No, but that's right, though. What you're saying is correct, but I'm saying a bigger bust in terms of the 2 specific players. Like, I think Noah, like, bro, he's right. Mark's not even dressing. He's not even getting, like, he's in a suit.
Yeah.
Especially with this roster that we have on the secondary right now.
He can't even get on the field in
special
teams.
He should be starting.
So bad.
He was a first rounder against undrafted free agents, and they're playing over him.
Hey, you got to put the best players on the field. Shout out Cater Kohu. Shout out Cater fucking Kohu. All right, let's get back to this Packers game. Let's get some predictions going. Should we do the best bets first or the predictions? What do you want to do first, Jay?
We should do bets and like the players, the stat predictions, I think.
All right, so we'll start with our best bets. Miami Dolphins -3.5. Comb your hair, take care. It has to be in there. Get it in. There's no way I'm waking up on Christmas and not betting on the Fins. I'm taking Raheem Mostert, anytime touchdown scorer. Packer fans are already terrified of him. Mike McDaniel owes him one. He ran for 120 yards and didn't get in the end zone. He deserves a freaking touchdown, and I think Mike McDaniel is going to give it to him. So those are my 2 best bets for that game. Dolphins -3.5, Raheem Mostert to score a touchdown.
All right. So I would take the Dolphins money line. Like I'm very confident heading into this game. I'm going to take Dolphins money line. I think the odds are good. You get good money at least from what I'm seeing. Like they're -190. That's not too bad. I'm taking the Tua over passing yards 264. I think after playing 2 bad games, a lot of averages, he's gonna have 2 games in a row. Even though he played good in Buffalo, I think going back home is gonna be huge for him. So give me over passing yards for Tua. It's over 264. I'm also going to take the rushing yards for Tua again. It's like 4.5. I'll take that every day. It might be just one run, but I've been hitting on that every fucking game. Like he's been running a little bit more. So give me 4.5 rushing yards over. And then Jalen Waddle as well over receiving yards. I think he's still going to be hot. I think that if they do put Jair on Tyreek Hill, then Jalen Waddle is going to eat on Rasul Douglas or whoever else is over there. So I like that too. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, and put 2 touchdowns for passing.
I like that.
It's 1.5.
Mike, you got anything?
So I'm just gonna piggyback that. I think it's gonna be kind of a high scoring game. I like the over. Obviously, I like Dolphins money line. I think it's gonna kind of be like that Bears and Dolphins game or the Lions and Dolphins game. It's gonna be high scoring, back and forth.
Shootout.
Not so much a shootout. Maybe I don't know.
It's like the Dolphins are scoring, the Packers
keeping
keeping up. Yeah.
I mean, it is at the end of the day, it is Aaron Rodgers. Our secondary isn't great, but I think Tua has a great day. I like his over on the passing yards as well. So it'd probably be Dolphins money line, the over, Tua passing yards.
It doesn't get any more homer than anything that we all just said. We all took Finn's money line. All took Tua over 2 touchdowns. All took Tua over 265. I love it. Kids got to have a day. It's freaking Christmas. You got to step up, or I don't know. You got to step up. That's all you got to do, Tua. All right, game predictions. Again, the Dolphins win, but how they win is a different question. I'm going to go 30-27. Which means my bet would lose. So I'm going to switch my bet from Dolphins -3.5 to Dolphins money line. 30-27 Fins for the win. But I think we'll be up 30-20. And then like the Rodgers comes down late in the fourth quarter. They score a touchdown. And that's
the line. Sorry, the line came down. It was -4.5 before. No, now it's -3.5.
It's 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It was 5.5.
Because of the weather?
Bro, just win. No, the weather's fine. The weather is going to be.
No, I'm saying why would that? Why did
the
the line change a whole 2 points? That's weird.
I don't know.
Whatever. No. So for me, I'm going 31-24. I still think it's a 1-score game, but I do think we put up 30, and I feel like 24 is a solid score that keeps it close because we haven't had a swellest game other than the Texans, and even that one, honestly, they were coming back late. So I think this is a game where we're not going to be able to just kind of get rid of them that easy. So 31-24, I feel like it's pretty fair. Dolphins, obviously.
What do you got, Mike?
I got 34-31. I do think that we're up by like a score, maybe 10, 34-24. They get a late one.
Yeah.
I think the first half will be back and forth. I think the Dolphins kind of pull away in the second half. McDaniel makes, hopefully, some adjustments in the locker room. But I think they
just run the ball on 3rd and 1. That's all I'm asking.
At least he acknowledged it.
Oh, yeah,
he did?
true.
He took accountability for
press
it?
conference, yeah.
What did he say?
He said, like, I know it's something like, I know it's hard for the fans to see failure after failure on the same plays, but he goes, when I call the play, I think it's going to work, something like that. But he knows,
like
he
have patience if there's reasoning behind the chaos type thing.
But that's the beauty, though.
We're pissed. Like,
that's the beauty. And Jay, like we talk about it all the time on this show, is if that's the only thing that we have against our rookie head coach right now, like we're in great shape. Like if it's his clock management and like questionable play calls in his first year as a head coach, like those are things you could fix overnight. It's not like his scheme sucks. It's not like the players aren't bought into him. It's not like the culture sucks. It's like those are very fixable things. And the fact that he's becoming aware of how dumb it is to throw the freaking football on 3rd and 1 on the Buffalo 11-yard line with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, where you can make it a 2-possession game. Like at least he's learning, and he's only going to keep learning. And I think that's a blessing in itself because Mike McDaniel could have just been a terrible hire. Like we could have no offensive scheme like we've had for the last 3, 4, 5 years, but we have that. Like we finally have an identity.
Our offense has looked the best it's looked in years.
Everyone is bought into.
Like years. And the other thing with McDaniel is like you said, it's all fixable. And the other thing I love about him is he acknowledges it. Like it's not even to the point where we've had other coaches in the past where it's like they don't even want to talk about it. Like They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to put the blame on themselves. They're going to be very stubborn. Like McDaniel will acknowledge it and he'll also say where they need to get better. And he takes blame for stuff that's not his fault. Like he'll take blame for the offensive line struggling when clearly it's not his fault, and the players aren't just playing up to what they did in practice and stuff like that. So honestly, you're right, man. The fact that that's the most we can complain about, like we're in a great place, and this guy's so young. Like I can see him being our coach for a long time, like for a majority of our future. I hope so, man. Like I think that's where we're at, and like he only provides confidence, especially considering. I think Tua and him will be a great duo. Like, honestly, I do.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you just brought that up. So my question for you is, do you think we're going to have that Tua Mike McDaniel relationship longer than 2 years?
Because, and I'll tell you why, because this is what it looks like with Tua after having like 5 offenses in 3 years. He had 2 coordinators, like all this bullshit, whatever. Dude, this is Tua in year 1 of McDaniel's system. Imagine what it's going to look like in year 3, 4, or 5. Imagine what it's going to look like when he's mastered the offense, because you heard Tyreek and all these veteran players who are high-level players talk about in the offseason how difficult of a playbook this was to learn. Dude, imagine when
the motion is just insane.
Imagine when they mastered it. Imagine when Tua's making checks at the line because he knows exactly what's going on. Like, he already looks good. He already looks like an MVP candidate 2 weeks ago. Imagine what he's going to do. I think this is a duo where, and I made the comparison earlier, it's like Drew Brees and Sean Payton, man. They're built for each other. They know what each other wants to do. I think they agree on, like, their ideals of what they think the offense should look like. And I think McDaniel's offense is a perfect fit in terms of Tua's accuracy and his anticipation. So I actually do think, like, this could be a very good partnership for a long, long time.
Mike, what do you think?
I agree 100%. I think what I like most about McDaniel is just his accountability. I mean, you mentioned it. I think it was the 49ers game. That famous video went viral. He's like,
yeah.
And he's very he didn't have to say anything about the 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 passing plays, and he went to the media and he doesn't make excuses. And I think when you have someone like Myles Garrett saying, like, we had basically no chance to stop that offense, and that was only 10 weeks into his system. I mean, imagine what it's going to look like 2, 3, 4 years down the road.
What do you see 2 to 3 years down the road with Tua?
What you saw the last 8 weeks, I mean, could be even better than that.
Really? I don't know. I don't know if you could get better than that. I don't think you could get any better than that. I think that's the best. You could really
just like that, though. I mean, just think. I mean,
here, let me ask you this: do the performances against the Niners and the Chargers concern you?
No, it happens to everybody.
Dude, Josh Allen threw 2 picks, and no one talked about it.
Look at Josh Allen.
No, I hear you. Like, I've seen Josh Allen throw up stinkers, but I'm just saying, you know how polarizing Tua is as a player and as a person. Yeah. I mean, he really shouldn't be that polarizing as a person. But, you know, a lot of the big things out there is, can he win the big game? And so far, we're 0-3. I mean, well, we beat the Bills. Like, I'm saying, like, he was great the first 3 games. He's really been great all year, in my opinion. But this 4-stretch game where we all said, yo, these are huge games that are going to tell us what this team is and who he is. We're 0-3 in those games right now. Do you see that as a concern, or it's kind of just – it just fucking happened to happen, those 2 games?
I think if he came out like he did against the 49ers, I'd be concerned. You know, I think the 49ers really fooled him, and, you know, they're a good defense. The Chargers game, I didn't put so much on him, and I think the Bills game, he played amazing. I mean, I was really hoping he got the ball back. Yeah. I mean, 7 minutes left. He put up – if someone told you he put up 29 in the snow in Buffalo, I mean, you're going to –
That was the second best offensive performance that any team has put up against the Bills.
So, no, I'm not worried.
I said that a tweet. I said, if you would have told me the Dolphins would have scored 29 points and that Tua would have thrown 2 touchdowns and had no turnovers, I'd ask you how many points did the Dolphins win by?
Yeah, so, I mean, if all 3 games were like the 49ers game, I'd be concerned. But he looked fine in the last 2. In the Chargers game, he looked fine. And in the Bills game, he looked really good. So, I'm not worried.
Well, I thought he looked like shit in the Chargers game.
I'll tell you what. Because this is what you guys are alluding to. Tua was bad in the 49ers game. McDaniel was great in the 49ers game. Tua was just missing. And I said this then. One, it was his first bad game at that point. That was his first loss, actually. And then the other thing was, it was accuracy. And we all know how accurate Tua is. So if he's going to miss, like, that's just clearly just one game. Against the Chargers, obviously Tua wasn't great, clearly. But I do think McDaniel definitely got out-coached and out-schemed by Brandon Staley. So I wouldn't even put that too much on him. And we also did it against the Bills. And people aren't, like, looking at the performance as well as they should. I said it before, 6 drops. One of them was for a touchdown. Shit, the Brilliant Sanders one might have been for a touchdown as well. Then you had early drops. Like, yeah, watch the game, you fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ. Like, watch the game, bro. Shit.
So I spent 10 minutes ago, stat watchers.
Seriously, like Tua has been balling. Like I don't know how you watch that game and don't have more confidence going forward.
I thought he played great. That was the best road performance game I've seen from Tua, like at least up north, like a cold game, I should say, because I've seen him do some great things on the road before. But like cold, outdoor, shitty environment, I thought that was the best game I've seen Tua play.
And I really thought it was amazing that the Dolphins got that ball back in the fourth quarter, and it was just coming down with snow. And I thought we were going to run the ball. First two
They
plays.
should have put the game away. I think that if they run the ball there, I think they score 7.
Dude, that ball to Tyreek that you're bringing up is so underrated. Rolling out to his left, it's like he has to put so much power on that ball. Then he loves up to Said. That's a nice little Randy.
Well, I thought the touchdown throw to Waddle was not Waddle, but to Tyreek was money too.
Beautiful.
That was a great ball.
Outside the numbers.
That's the one that he dropped. The one that was actually a touchdown.
Yeah. And outside the numbers. By the way, Tua showed he could throw outside the numbers in that game too, which is what a lot of people were saying he couldn't do. Against the Bills, he did that. So
if we were to get, I mean, obviously I believe we're going to get into the playoffs, but if we get into the playoffs and he has an absolute stinker, then would that change your opinion?
Like if it's a real stinker,
like as the franchise guy, like would you still have confidence in him to go win the big game?
Yeah, because that he's at least earned that 4th year. So like you're still riding with him, even if he puts up a stinker in the playoffs, based on what we've already seen. The thing is, like, if he puts up a real stinker, I think at the time, like after that game, I think it'll be like leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth. But like you have to look at the overall season and what he did, like his overall, like what he did over the course of the whole year, and like. He's been great. Again, an MVP candidate 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I know like that would leave, like I would be pissed too in the moment, but then you have to look back at the year in total. Like this guy has 24 touchdowns, just 5 picks, and 3,200 yards while missing 3 games. He might get to 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns while missing 3 games. Like that's ridiculous football.
Yep. What do you think, Mike?
If it's a 10 period, it's definitely.
Or is that me? No, that's you. Your headphones are cutting out. Yeah. No.
Check
honestly,
the settings on.
See what happens if you take them out.
Check the settings on StreamYard. Your mic not be like going through the AirPods.
Yeah, someone's shit's tapping. I think it's you. I would just take your AirPods out. You don't need them.
Yeah, you're good. You don't need them. You're fine. Like you just want to use the speakers.
Dude, I thought my AirPods were
Same.
like going out on me. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Mic check.
There you go. No, you're good.
You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're good.
What was I saying? Yeah, I think if it's like a Tennessee stinker from last year, it's going to leave a bad taste. We got to remember your expectations before the season. You got to remember it's McDaniel's first year. He's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Very
think.
true.
I mean, I don't think Tua's going to have a stinker. I think we're dangerous this year. So we'll see how it plays out. But I think he'll be fine.
I just want everyone to remember the Bengals won their last 3 games of the year last year, 10-7, and went to the Super Bowl. Anything is possible. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do that yet, but if we get in, best believe that I believe that we're going to win. So we're going to wrap up right there. Shout out to everyone in the chat. You guys absolutely killed it. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're almost at 5,000 subs. So please hit the subscribe button. And if you think the Dolphins are going to get a big fat W, let me know in the chat right now. Are the Fins going to win? We love you guys so much. Thank you for giving us another hour of your time. And as always, Fins up.
Fins up, baby. Yes, sir. Throw it up.